Gary from Mr. G Shave here. Bonus Monday. I think from now on, if I get tagged or if there's a subscriber request that doesn't fit in with the norms of my shave, then I'm going to do them on a Monday. So Mondays are not it probably won't happen every week. I'm doing two particular subjects today. One's a tag and one's a request. It's the, which one is it? It's the if I could only choose 5. So if I could only choose 5. So I've been tagged to do that by Maca, and I think maybe somebody else, but I haven't watched the video yet, but I've got a sneaky suspicion that somebody else has tagged me as well. Jim. Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, so if I could only choose 5, the second part to the video is another blade comparison, so another battle of the blades. And that's why I didn't really want to do another battle of the blades next Saturday, because it's using the same razors, and so I just decided anything like that I'm going to do on a Monday, and I may do all my battle of the blades on a Monday. But I'm probably just going to wait for people to request comparisons between 2 blades, and then you might have to give me a week, because if I haven't got that particular blade I'll need to order it. But yeah, as it is, I got down to my last German Wilkinson Sword blade, which is one of the blades, and I'm comparing that with the Gillette Wilkinson Sword from Saturday. And that's Jim Will Shave asked me to do that for him, so that's what I'm doing. Right, the actual shave. So I'll deal with the tag first. I've got to get my notepad. So the first one is scent. Now scent for me is one of my favourite soaps. Tabac. Love this stuff. Absolutely love it. And that scent is just to die for me. I know it's a bit of a touchy subject, because there's quite a lot of people who don't like tobacco at all, but for me it works and I love it. Right, the next one is selection. I've tried to stick with British to the main degree, but I know Tabac is German, but the rest are all British soaps. Wickham Soap Company. So this is for selection. They've got a whole load of different scents, and this one is definitely one of my favourites, and that's the Irish Fern. Love it. So there you go, and I've actually used it, so nice. Oh, love that scent. So that's the selection. Wickham Soaps, Wickham Soap Company. Next one is sentiment. Well, there's only one for sentiment really that stands out above every. I mean, I have got others that have sentiment attached, but this was the first soap I bought, and I've since then been through a couple of tubs. I think this is the 3rd tub. Let's just screw the, and it's TOBS Sandalwood, Taylor of Old Bond Street, Sandalwood. This is actually good value for money as well. But that sandalwood scent, that's one of the strongest scents I've got in the den. That is just right out there, right up there with it. I mean, there is possibly one soap that will beat it in terms of scent strength, and that's coming up. Value is the next one. Value is BodyShop, Maca for Men. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The scent isn't very strong, but it's a pleasant, fresh scent. Really, really nice. Great slickness in this as well, and it's very easy to lather. So, BodyShop, Maca for Men. And last but not least, performance. And this is the contender for the strongest scent in my den. Phoenix and Beau Spitfire. Or Phoenix and Beau in general, but the Spitfire, I put it in because that's a really strong scent as well. But yeah, so Phoenix and Beau get it for the performance. The slickness on this is second to none, you know, and shave feel. Right, so that's the challenge or the tag done. I'm supposed to tag other people now, but I'm kind of at the end of the list, I think, because there's so many of us already being tagged. So something slightly different. I want to open it up to anybody that wants to do it. So I invite anybody who wants to have a go, that watches this video and thinks, you know, I wouldn't mind giving it a go. Whether you do it on camera or off camera, that's entirely up to you. But I'd also like to encourage any of my subscribers or any of my viewers who are thinking of starting up a shaving channel to do this tag as your first video. You don't even have to shave. You can stop just right there where I've stopped. I am going to do a shave because I've got to do a blade comparison, but you know, I invite you to start off with that tag. You know, if you could only choose 5, so go for it. So that's who I'm tagging. I'm tagging anybody who wants to start a channel, and I'm tagging anybody who feels like it. So I know it's a bit of a cop out, but everybody that I would normally tag has already been tagged, and most of them have already done the videos. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so what am I using for the shave? I'm not using any of those soaps. I'm using the Glyce. This is really getting thin now. I'm wearing this down. Brito Glyce as a pre-shave. I'm using a sample sent to me by Stuart Dean, sample number 4. Sterling Soap Company, what is it? Arcadia. Sterling Soap Company Arcadia. So that is number 4. Let's have a smell. Oh, that's nice. Now, I haven't looked up the scent notes for this, because as you know, when I try a soap out, I don't look up the scent notes. So I like to try it without scent notes, so I don't get any bias. But that smells really nice. So that's the soap I'm using. Boots, Tea Tree and Witch Hazel is the witch hazel I'm going to use. A new product in the den, a new aftershave. I don't know how you pronounce it. Jovan or Jovan Musk. So I just got myself some of this. This is a 1970s scent. It's, according to the write-up on it, it's spicy and woody. So I saw this on a video months ago and put it on my wish list, and that really smells nice. That really, it sits alongside the Brut and the Old Spice, and it's the 1970s scents that, if you can remember them, that apparently this was very popular then. So I hadn't heard of it, but that's the aftershave I'm using. And then I'm going with Nivea Sensitive Balm. So there we go. So as usual, I'm going to get myself ready and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Didn't show you the hardware. So the hardware are the same 2 razors I used on Saturday for the last Battle of the Blades. So it's the Rock. I'm going to try and get it right this time. The Rockwell 6C. This is the German Wilkinson Sword blade, first use. Put the cap on number 3. So I'll just show you that. So there we go, number 3. Put the washer on and screw on the handle. Now there is some blade overhang on the end of these. Don't know whether you can hear that. So there is a little bit of blade overhang there. And this On the gunmetal, so the first one's the rose gold, and that's the normal Wilkinson Sword. On the gunmetal, we have the Gillette Wilkinson Sword blade. So again, I put it on plate 3. So there it is, plate 3. Can't see, I might have shown that upside down. Same blade overhang. So, Rockwell 6Cs, not Rockwell 6Ss or Razor Rock 6Ss or any of those mistakes I made on Saturday. I think I've got a slightly clearer head, although I haven't really, because I had a skinful yesterday. I actually went to the pub for the first time in over a year. Had a few there, came back, did a barbecue here, and I was drinking October Festival strength beer, German beer, or for the rest of the evening. I had one too many, shall we say. So yeah, I woke up this morning with a bit of a sore head, nothing that a bacon sandwich couldn't fix though. So I'm using Matty Lindholm's hand-turned brush, and that's a Maca knot in there, so really nice. There is a bit of backbone to it, a little bit of backbone, but it's a really soft brush. So that's gone in. The bowl I'm going to use is Captain's Choice, and I've actually put the soap in there, so we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to lather up, squeeze out the brush, and just go straight in. And this is lathering up really quickly. Oh, the scent off this. I don't know. I can't describe the scent profile. There's something woody in there, I think, but it's not strong. Wow. This is one I think I'm going to add to the den. This is really nice. Really like this. So, let's add some water. As you can see, it's still quite thick. So it's going to need a lot of water, I think, before this is ready. But the scent, it's a really good strength. I would say it's 6. Scent strength 5 or 6. As long as it's 5, I'm happy. But the higher the better. And the top one is Tyler of Odd One Street with a score of 7, maybe 8. But I have to leave room above in case there's something even stronger that I like. So I hope you've all had a good weekend and you haven't all started with a hangover like I have. But I'm over it now. So here we go. I think we're getting close to this. It's taken a lot of water, I have to admit. I think we're there now though. You just got to keep working it to get the consistency you want. This isn't, I would add more water if I was doing a straight shave to this. This is a perfectly adequate though for the shave that I'm doing now. So let's go for it. Wet the face. Give it a good soaking. Build up the pre-shave. That Arch Brito pre-shave glycerin soap is really quite slick. I mean, I can feel the slickness on this brush now. My hands are very slippery. Oh, this is luxurious lather again. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the scent of this, I'm just trying to think. It reminds me of something. Really nice scent. Really pleasant, masculine scent. I think there is some floral in it, but it's in there in the background. I think it's more of a musky scent. I could be completely wrong. And as I say, I never look, or I very rarely look at scent notes before I try a soap out, because I like to go by first impression, not by what I've read. Right then, so the Wilkinson Sword blade from Germany in the rose gold, and we'll do that on the left hand side, and we're on plate 3. Blade's on its first use, quite smooth. I've never really gone for the Gillette, sorry, the Wilkinson Sword blade from Germany, but it's suiting the Rockwell 6C on plate 3. Quite comfortable, performing well. I've always found it a bit tuggy, a bit rough to shave with. Have I done underneath? I haven't hit the halfway mark. So here we go. So this is the Gillette Wilkinson Sword from India. First use. I would say this is smoother. Definitely smoother, but not by much, and it's taken more off. I can feel that straight away. I certainly think it's a more efficient blade. Very comfortable. There's not a lot in it though, I have to admit. This is beautiful leather. Really nice. As I say, this would be a lot, there'd be a lot more hydration in this soap if I was doing a straight shave. That's what I tend to do on a Monday, is off-camera straight shaves. So we're going across the grain with the German Wilkinson Sword. Now that's even smoother. That's really smooth. This is going to be difficult. You know what, I'm quite surprised, because I was expecting quite a rough shave from this blade, from the German blade, because I've never really got on with it. But that second pass was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So across the grain on this side is straight up. It's the same amount of blade feel. You can hardly feel the blade. You can, but it's only just. Okay, now it's the other way around. So the Gillette Wilkinson Sword has still got quite a lot left on this side. The German Wilkinson Sword is almost BBS. There's a big difference. Going up. Okay, wait a minute. So if I go up against the grain with this hand, and then against the grain with this hand, that's about the same. If I go across the grain, that feels BBS, completely BBS, and across the grain, there's a little bit down there. So, okay, so I think we've got to leave it to the third pass for the final verdict. Well, not for the final verdict, we'll see at the end of the shave. Do the alum block test to see if there's a difference. I am loving this soap. This is definitely one I'm going to add to my den. Thank you, Stuart, for introducing this one to me. This is stunning. Wow. I have to look up the scent notes for this. I'm sure somebody will put them below, but I purposely don't look at scent notes before I buy a soap. I go by my first impression. Or I mean, if I see somebody use a soap and they describe it, then I will buy it, but I still won't then just before the video go and look up the scent notes. I'll probably know what it, what the notes are or what the main scent is, but I won't look it up in detail. I just want to get my first sort of impression. So against the grain, I'm going to go with the Gillette Wilkinson on this side, and it's across. See, I can't feel the blade at all now. That's a brilliant pass. That's brilliant. Brilliant third pass. Against the grain. Okay, so I noticed quite a marked difference in the third pass. I found the German Wilkinson blade to be a rougher against the grain. It didn't. It's difficult. It wasn't tugging, but it was on the verge of tugging. It felt a bit more, and I've nicked myself. It wasn't as smooth. It definitely wasn't as smooth as the Indian Gillette Wilkinson Sword blade. Still got some left here. Got some here. Nothing on this here where I usually get a problem. So there's pickups on both sides. But at the moment I would say the Indian Gillette Wilkinson Sword is a little ahead. Oh, let's put some soap on first. There's plenty of slickness on the face. I've got plenty of soap left. So, right, here we go. Got that. So there we are. Right, that's the shave done. I'm going to tidy it and clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Post-shave ready. Cold splash coming up. So nice. So nice. Right, I'm starting an alum stick. Because that square one is really useful when I'm using it for straight shaving, because I can just put my fingers on it and it's really useful for that. So I'm trying to keep that one for just straight shaves. Okay, feedback. I would say it's a draw. There is some, I would say it's 2 out of 10. There's a few little, almost feels like mild pins and needles. I would say that's a draw. Interesting. So after that test, BBS both sides, no issues. Difficult. This is actually much closer than I was expecting it to be. The one place where the Gillette Wilkinson won over the Gillette Wilkinson from India won over the Wilkinson Sword from Germany was against the grain. Against the grain, the German Wilkinson Sword wasn't as comfortable as the Gillette Wilkinson Sword from India. Other than that, I would say it was a draw. If I had to choose, I would again choose the Indian Gillette Wilkinson Sword. It's just really comfortable. But so was the Wilkinson Sword from Germany until I got to Against the Grain Pass. When I got to the Against the Grain Pass, it was a rougher feel. It wasn't as comfortable as the other side. So I wouldn't say it was uncomfortable, but it certainly wasn't as comfortable. So that's why the Gillette Wilkinson Sword wins out from India. So there we go. Let's do the post-shave routine, tea tree and witch hazel from Boots. Oh. I didn't wash off the alum. I'm gonna see. I'll leave it on. I mean, I've just used this on it, so maybe that's enough. But in the past, when I've left the alum on, in fact, I'm going to wash it off. Because I know what's going to happen in the later on. It's just going to start to itch. So I'm going to wash that off and reapply. Reapply the witch hazel. Anything to use a bit more of this. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Just rub that, the rest of that on my arms. And then we're going to go with the Jovan. It could be Jöfen, V could be an F, because in German it is. And with the line across the top, it's like a German umlaut, so it could be Jöfen. So don't know, but Jovan is how you say it in the UK. So first time I've used this. Wow, that came out rather quickly. Trying to get some back in the bottle. That really came out very quickly indeed. Yeah, you've got, I can smell, it's definitely a woody scent. This will go very well with sandalwood. And it's got the spices there. I'll have to remember that though, don't splat, you know, if you tip it up, it just pours out. There's no restrictor. So if you get, yeah, so definitely I get the woody scent. There's a muskiness behind it, there's spices. Interesting. Nice. And apparently, according to some reviews, it lasts a long time, so we shall see. So go on with the balm. Nivea Sensitive. And that is me. Done. That was a very interesting comparison. Thanks, Jim, for suggesting that one. As I say, that was a difficult choice towards the end. It was only the against the grain pass where there was quite a big difference. I was expecting it. I was expecting the German Wilkinson Sword blade to be quite rough all the way through, but put in the Rockwell 6C on base plate 3. It's a very smooth shave until you get to the against the grain, and against the grain it was like mild sandpaper being pulled up your face. You know, it just wasn't as comfortable. So yeah, so that's it. That's my tag shave done. Sorry I didn't tag anybody by name, but as I say, I seem to have come at the end of this one, so I just don't know anybody who hasn't already been tagged, or anybody that I could tag. Let's put it that way. I mean, I just open it up for anybody who wants to do it, anybody that watches this video, and especially to someone who's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Start your video off with this tag. So there you go, you've been tagged. So that's it from me. And the Rockwell 6C razors, one in rose gold, one in gunmetal, and the German Wilkinson Sword blade and the Indian Gillette Wilkinson Sword blade, and the winner was the Gillette. So there you go, that's it. I'll see you on Wednesday for a straight razor shave. Bye for now.